All right, so I'll just note down the notes on what we have seen in this entire section so that you will also have some checklist. You have seen static drop down with select, and then you also saw how to handle dynamic drop down with indexes. Okay, so do not think that trainer have took 15 minutes of time to explain these two steps. Okay, there is lot of in-depth concept which you have learnt now. I can blindly write this XPath and proceed, but in real time when you came across these problems, you should know, right? You have to use this concept. Okay, so I'm trying to give you a global exposure on how to troubleshoot the things, and that's the reason it's taking some time, but bear with me. Every minute what you learn is very worth when you start working in real time. So every point what I explain is based upon the real-time projects what I faced when I am working with Selenium, or even I am right now working with one client for one consulting project, and all the problems what I face on Selenium I'm just noting down and I'm updating the videos based upon that. Okay, now the next point. So I have written this code a few years back when I am working with one reputed client, and even they have this dynamic drop down option. After I submit this code, so in every organization there will be a concept like pull request. So that means you write your code and submit to your repository. It could be Git or SVN. Thereafter, people will look at your code and approve your code. So after approving only, your code will be merged into actual branch. So that's what we say as a pull request. So you raise a request to merge your code into your main branch. After you raise a request, people will look all this code and decide. That you will learn in Git section, how to raise a pull request, how to merge it into branch and all. Okay, and on high level, I'm just saying that team will look into your code before they approve. Let's say there is an automation lead who is looking into your code, and he said that I don't encourage indexes to use in the code. Please remove this. This may be your comment on your code. Yes, there are some coding standards in place, and some people really don't like to have indexes in your script. I faced this problem few years ago. I'm working with a very big client, and from US I got a message that I am not going to accept this step. But that's not true. You can use this. That's not at all true, but somehow there are some people who really don't like to use indexes. If that is the case, how do you handle now? So in this lecture, we will also see the another way to handle this instead of hard coding with indexes. Okay, but this is allowed. I'm not sure why he felt so, but there are some people who really care about these indexes. Now, let's come back and try to see the another way to handle this. I'll again open my Chrome browser. So if you remove indexes, you will have a problem that it will select first index, right? So one thing you need to know here is, let's write an XPath using parent to child traverse. That's an easy method, right? So I will tell what is my parent here, and then I will give this XPath so that Selenium checks under the parent only instead of looking somewhere outside. Let me explain you that concept. So you have also seen parent child traverse using tags in my previous lecture, where I can come here with an XPath and then say /div/div/ to go inside this. That's the one way. And I'm going to explain one more way to handle this parent child mechanism in this lecture. Okay, so this is a parent for this from drop down. No, not this. It should highlight entire window. Where is that? Oh, this one. You see that? Complete window is getting highlighted. So let's consider this as a parent to select all the options. So this time, let me use CSS ID, or okay, let's stick with XPath because I already written XPath for that, right? / div ID equals to, what happens? It selected entire window, right? And now I'll take this XPath, Bangalore. Hit and enter. What I did here. First, I have given parent XPath. If I give parent XPath, what happened? Entire this source drop down window got selected. And after I give parent XPath, give one space and write your XPath which you are trying to target in your page. If you provide like this is called child XPath because you are writing after the next XPath. The first XPath what we write here as called parent, and give one space, only one white space, and then give another XPath. That will be treated as a child XPath. And what Selenium does, this child XPath will be searched in this parent XPath scope only. Now when you give parent XPath and when you highlight, it's highlighting entire window, right? And now when you give child XPath immediately after that, that child XPath Selenium looks in this parent XPath only. So that means it will look inside this parent window only. It will not go and look into this two drop down. So you will get unique in this time. Because earlier, if I want to select Chennai here, why could not we able to get it on first instance? Because this Chennai, when I give like this, Chennai XPath, it's searching an entire page from top left and it identified in the from option, which is the first index. So we gave second index. But now when you provide parent here, and let me take this two, this is destination parent, right? And you can see that destination station 1. Let me copy this. So select the entire parent and this one, okay? And destination is the only word different from the previous XPath. First let me remove all this. Destination ID, I'll place it here. Hit and enter. One matching node found, which is destination. Now I will give one white space and then I'll provide this Chennai XPath / tag name @ value equals to, what's that, Chennai MAA, right? Hit and enter. You see that only one matching node is found. If I remove this, let me copy this and I'll place it here for your reference. Now if I remove parent reference, it will search in entire page. It will search entire page and say, hey, I have two matching nodes. Now you see that because there is no parent and the only Chennai is present 2 times on the screen. But when I put their parent before this, so the scope of search restricted to only parent area. Okay, so here the whole parent area XPath is this destination station, because when you move into this ID, you see that only that 2 drop down window is selected. So that's why smartly I have selected a parent and from there I gave one space, and now you hit enter. It is selecting the 2 drop down Chennai only. Okay, it doesn't care if there are 10 or 20 Chennai items on the page. It only cares about what is having inside its parent. If there are two Chennai options inside this parent, then you may see two matching nodes. But in one drop down, you will have only one option, right? So it's directly selected it, and it doesn't matter even if it have Chennai here. And this is called parent-child relationship. So earlier also you have seen this kind of example, but after you reach parent, you have given one slash, and with the tags you use it to travel to that desired point. That's a parent-child travel mechanism, and this is parent-child relationship. Okay, so let me write it here. So again you will remember that parent-child relationship XPath. That will help you to identify uniquely. This is very important concept. Trust me guys, because when you are working in any project, for one XPath you may see multiple instances in the screen. In that case, smartly identify what is that parent of it, then just put that before that and give one space and write your XPath so that it will identify it uniquely. Alright, now I will comment this step. So driver dot find element by dot XPath. For the first time, it may look little tricky to understand, but once you start practicing, after few lectures, you really doesn't care about all these syntaxes. It looks very easy to you. Okay, for the first timers, you may feel something tricky, but that's all tricks we have in this Selenium, and I'm showing you everything. Hereafter we will revise the existing and try to handle different UI like handling child windows, frames, checkboxes, radio buttons. There are many topics to discuss, but overall concept, overall locators what we discussed till now will be reused. Okay, so this is a replacement to this, and now let me run this test. And see how it goes. So it selected Bengaluru and it selected Chennai. Perfect. And now you have avoided index here. And again submit this code to your client, and this time he'll feel very happy. Okay. So that's an alternate if someone doesn't like it. But this looks very simple, right? Just wrap it and say go and click on second instance instead of being bothered about parent. But you can try this step. If someone raises any objection, then you have another weapon in your hand to use this and make it unique. That's how you handle when you have multiple instances on your web page. Okay. Thank you guys.